Hello, and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10. Carlos Sainz picked up his first win in Formula 1. It was an epic Grand Prix. And then last couple of laps after the safety car. Unbelievable. Race of the season, overtake of the season. Let's jump into it. George Russell, 5. Now, most of the retirees I just give a standard 5 to because they retired from the race. So yeah, he qualified P8, had a little mistake in quali, and then in the race, obviously 3 into 1 didn't go. George and Guan Yu Zhou got a poor start. Gasly tried to come through the middle, like Latifi did. Didn't work, big crash. George rushed over to check on Guan Yu Zhou. Yeah, it's not his fault, George. He just got a poor start. Yeah. Lewis, 10. Now, I think I've been pretty harsh on Lewis this season. I've given a fair assessment, not sat on the fence, but this weekend, I'm going to give him 10. I think he's done the best job he can. He qualified 5th and finished 3rd, and he beat George all weekend. We said he was going to beat George at Canada and Silverstone. He's done that. Now he needs to beat George at tracks he's not so good at, the likes of Austria. I would say he had the better car this weekend, but we will never get that proven. A podium at home, solid weekend. And for the first time this season, I genuinely thought Lewis could have won the race. If that safety car didn't come out at the end, he was in a very good position. Yeah, and Mercedes actually had pace. Charles had a bit of damage, but Perez and Sainz were not damaged, were they? And yeah, good pace by Mercedes. Lando Norris, 9. He qualifies 6. He hammers Daniel Ricciardo, very strong. And he finished 6th in the race. I think he'll be a bit disappointed because it should have been 5th. But yeah, there's a contrast at McLaren. One driver's doing very well, the other is nowhere. Daniel Ricciardo, 0. Disappointing by Daniel Ricciardo after 2 strong races. But he qualified 14th and he finished 13th. And not only does he finish 13th, don't forget we had 6 retirements. So there's only Yuki Tsunoda that finished behind him. His teammates up there in the points. And Daniel was nowhere. And justified 0. Yeah, awful. I don't get it. I really don't. Gasly. I didn't know what to give Gasly, to be honest. I think I'm going to stick with this one, 0. He qualified 11th. In the race, it wasn't his fault. There was contact with Yuki Tsunoda. But yeah, Gasly, AlphaTauri didn't seem amazing, but there was definitely points on the table. He had to retire with rear wing damage. Now, I did have Gasly at 5, but yeah, I'm a bit on the fence with Gasly. I think I should have given him 5. Right, into 1'1", Yuki Tsunoda. Now, I'm becoming a bit of a fanboy of this guy. It was banter at the start calling him 1'1" in the WhatsApp group. And now it's kind of stuck, but I've got to go 0. He qualified 13th. After the red flag, he was so quick. Gained 4 places. He did a lovely move in Maggots and Beckett's round Latifi. And yeah, went for it on Gasly, contact. Yuki got the penalty. And yeah, that's why I give him 0. Contact with your teammate is not good. But should AlphaTauri have let him pass? Because Yuki was quick. Lance Stroll, 5. Standard 5. Binned it in the gravel in FP1. He qualified 20th. Finished 11th. Just outside the points. Sebastian Vettel, 7. A horror qualifying. Birthday. Got to drive that iconic Williams. And then he finished 9th in the race. Yeah. Not a bad comeback, that. Fernando Alonso, 9. P7 in quali, P5 in the race, delivering. Still at a very high level. Give Alonso the car. I still believe he would win races. Esteban Ocon, 5. Yeah. Qualified 15th, retired with a fuel pump issue, was running in the points, and Ocon's retirement completely changed the outcome of the race. Mick Schumacher 9, horror qualifying P19, but his first points in Formula 1, and now hopefully that will give Mick a bit of confidence. He's been getting a lot of criticism by me, people. He's not good enough, he's out of his depth. First points in Formula 1, finished 8th, was having a great battle with Max on the last lap. Kevin Magnussen 7, qualified 17th, finished 10th. That's all I've got written down for Magnussen. Alex Albon 5, he had the upgrades, he had a shocking qualifying, out-qualified by Latifi, and then in the race, he slowed down for the accident, and then Sebastian Vettel rear-ended him, hit the wall hard, had to go to the hospital, been given the all clear now. On to Austria. Nicholas Latifi 8, one of his strongest weekends, and probably his best weekend of the season. He got through to Q3. He actually qualified 10th. Was it 10th? Just get me... Yeah, qualified 10th. Exceptional. Very good weekend. Finished 12th. Obviously, Williams don't have the pace. But yeah, we give him a lot of stick. Got to praise him when he does well. Carlos Sainz 10. I mean, it's got to be 10. His first pole, his first win. Hopefully that will kick him on now. He is a bit of a bottler, Carlos Sainz. But he shut us up in the WhatsApp group yesterday. After making a mistake, gifting Max the lead. He's come back and won the race. Charles Leclerc 8. Qualified 3rd. Dive bomb Perez. He had damage. He was so much quicker than Sainz. Ferrari messing around for 10, 20 laps. They should have let him go. And then he was a sitting duck at the end. Basically on hard tyres when everyone around him had fresh tyres. Max 6. That's probably the lowest mark I've given Max this season. He qualified 2nd. Should have really had pole. He made quite a few mistakes. And then he was leading the race after a Carlos Sainz gift. Was going to go into sunset. Damages his car. Apparently he ran over debris at turn 5. Ran very wide at Copse as well. And then he was just slow. He was slow. So whatever damage it was really critical. Had no downforce. And he finished 7th. Had to fight like crazy to hold off Mick. Sergio Perez 10. He qualified 4th. He got dive bombed by Checo. He got dive bombed by Charles Leclerc. Had to pit for a new win. And he comes all the way back to P2. Driver there. Valtteri Bottas 5. Qualified 12th. Retired on lap 21. Alfa Romeo's reliability is shocking. And last but not least, Guan Yu Zhou 7. Yeah, he qualified 9th, beat Valtteri Bottas, poor start along with George Russell. Latifi went for the gap, he got through. Gasly tried exactly what Latifi was trying to do. There was 3 into 1, it didn't go. Barrel rolls into the gravel, gets stuck between the catch fence and the barrier. Took him ages to get out because obviously the catch fence, the barrier, he was right in between. Thankfully, he walks away, and we should give a massive shout out to the halo, the safety of this great sport. Because there's no doubting about it, the halo and the safety has saved Guan Yu Zhou. I mean, he's literally was back in the paddock straight away. It was a nasty looking accident. Thankfully, he is okay. But yeah, a great weekend at Silverstone. Big crowds, great racing, great wheel-to-wheel action. Lewis on the podium, a new winner in Formula 1. Point scorers for the first time. I think it was an exceptional weekend. We go on to Austria next. Wow, it's ramping up this season. I really enjoyed it. Comment down below your thoughts. Oh, I should do me countdown. We forgot the countdown. The countdown's part of the channel. Where are we? 1, 2. I would look like a right tit if I've missed a team out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we have it, driver ratings for the Silverstone Grand Prix. We go on to Austria in a week's time. Adios. Thanks for the support. And if you want to get in the WhatsApp group, I'll put that up for you right now. Adios.